everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommy's Reborn. Welcome back to everyone new. Hello and welcome. So look who I have here. Yes, this is my new little guy. I actually just got him yesterday. It was a long day yesterday. Oh my goodness. I just had my box opening yesterday. To those of you that have seen it, to those of you that have not, it was a great box opening. It'll be the video before this. So I thought that I would formally introduce this little guy with his name here on YouTube. I did announce his name on Instagram. I just couldn't wait. So excited. But let me hold him up. Let me tell you what sculpt he is. The lighting is, it's night now, and so there's like some bright lights on in the room, so it's kind of making him and me look kind of washed out. But he is the Mick sculpt by Adri Stote, or Stoetti, I'm not sure how she pronounces that. And his artist is Yvonne Nather of HBN Art Dolls. This is my first time owning any of Yvonne's work in my collection, and I am super pleased with this baby. She is so on point with her newborn painting and her hair painting. I am absolutely over the moon. Mick is a sculpt that I instantly fell in love with the moment I saw the Mick sculpt. I'm not sure exactly when that was, because I often will miss like when they like first come out, unless like a friend shows me or something. So it wasn't all that long ago that I saw the Mick sculpt, and I was like, oh, he was definitely on my wish list. So I'm really pleased to have this baby from Yvonne, and to have her work. The realism is blowing me away, just blowing me away. So without further ado, let me announce this little guy's name. His name is Gideon. So everyone, please welcome Gideon to the clan. I hope you all will enjoy seeing him here on my channel as much as I am already enjoying having him here with me. He is still in his little hospital hat and this little kimono style oversized side snap thing with the really long sleeves on it that have the hand mittens was one of Gabe's from the hospital, one of my sons from the hospital. So that's what he is in right now. When my babies come home, especially the small ones, newborn, preemie, the little wee ones, I like to keep them in their hospital attire for at least like the first night, and sometimes for a few days. I'm probably going to change them tonight because I'm just dying to take some more pictures and play with him a little more. And I'll show you his painted hair if you didn't see him in the box opening, if you didn't see his whole little self. I will at some point do a details video of him. I just would like to do it in good lighting, and this is definitely, this nighttime lighting is not, it's not really gonna pick up his colors right. I can see in the camera, it's just not, he is so, he's so amazing in person, and I feel like I have a new baby here. And the Mick is preemie size, by the way. So the kit specifications at McPherson's is 16 inches on this kit. So I think I read, because like a couple suppliers have stocked this kit, and I think it was Irresistibles, said 16 to 18 inch, but that I guess would depend if you put the kit on a different body. But the kit does come with a body, which I'm assuming he's on the body that he came with. It looks like he is. So I would assume that this little Mick Gideon is 16 inches. So I have some coffee here. You'll have to excuse. I always kind of fuel up when I stop to make a video. Not always, but often enough. It's been really hot outside, and it's supposed to get like super, super hot. And the 4th of July is supposed to be, oh my gosh, it's supposed to be like almost 90 degrees, and the humidity here, it's not the heat that's been so bad, it's the humidity, and the air quality is so poor, so it's not the best for people, you know, like me, that have any sort of breathing problem. It's not good for anybody, period. But it's now around 8:30 or so at night, so Gabe has been running around for hours. I try on really hot days or when the air quality is poor to hold him off to doing any outdoor activities until later in the day, so that, you know, he's not having a heat stroke, unless we're going to be like in a pool. So he was just running outside playing with his friends, but for many hours, so he'll probably be pooped tonight. So I wanted to come on and spend some time with you all. There's some great topics going around. I knew I wanted to introduce, Gideon, let you all know his name. Let me stand so you can all see him a little better. Oh, and I did bring, I did bring Monty up, which is my new toddler, which y'all haven't seen a whole lot of him. I think only his box opening and a subsequent video, because he came home the week before. So, you know, which it was not planned that way at all, of course. So that's it's not exactly a topic, but it's something for you all to, comment. I always try to give you something to leave in the comments. How many of you all really organize and totally plan out your babies? And how many of you do your babies come more spontaneously and unexpectedly, like you just fall in love with a baby and you weren't in the market? Perhaps you just brought, a baby home, so you weren't really prepared financially, emotionally, all the ways, but you just weren't passing up that baby. And that's usually how it happens for me. Rarely do I plan out, but in general, I think that probably fits my personality and my life. I'm more like a roll with it, wing it kind of person, just a bit. I'm definitely a spontaneous person. Definitely probably would consider myself impatient, although I have gotten better with age. And after having, 4 children and stuff like that, you do learn some patience, because, it becomes all about the kids and stuff like that. So you have to, have some patience. And speaking of all about the kids, maybe I'll try to squeeze in Kelly's topic, which is tight budget everywhere else but with the dolls. And that was a great topic that Kellie did. Let me put this little guy down and get Monty, because I want to make sure. Stick him up here like this, maybe. You can all see it. No, you can't see him, but okay. was in mid-sentence and I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, ladies, but let me grab Monty so you can see a bit of him. And that was a great topic. Come here, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh, we went from big to small, and Monty's looking adorable in his, it's actually red, white, and blue for 4th of July, little shorts set. I got this at Marshall's, and his little brown sandals. So he's looking cute. He looks super cute in these colors, the reds and primary colors, because he's got this, you know, super platinum blonde hair and this beautiful ivory skin tone. So the colors just kind of pop on him. So he's looking fabulous. And he's settling in so nicely. And he loves to sit and snuggle with mommy while watching TV. And then he watches Oscar get snuggled because, of course, you all know Oscar is, to those of you that don't know, Oscar is my full-bodied silicone. And I do spend quite a bit of time holding him at night. I really enjoy him in that way. So the topic of everything tight everywhere else except with the dolls, and how you budget for your babies. And well, to those of you that know me well, you know that I am like a queen of thrift and thrift shops, and that is just the way that I roll. I work extremely hard for any extra spending money for my hobby. And I kind of, when I got into the dolls, once I got past like the shell shockedness of the price of them, I kind of said to myself, I was very depressed, actually. I was, it was kind of my back had reached the point, and many of you have heard this 1,000 times, that I just could no longer do so many things that I used to do, hobbies included, and as well as things that needed to be done. It was very depressing to me, and the dolls really, not that I have them for therapy, but in a certain way I do. I mean, I love them, and I'm a true collector as well, but they certainly benefit in that area, and did in the beginning. And I said to myself, I need to take care of myself and do some things for myself, otherwise I'm not well to take care of others. And it was almost a way of kind of, justifying things for me. And I have always been, I will cut corners and look for sales. If I can buy something used, secondhand, in good condition, I'm all for it. I am a garbage picker. Seriously, garbage picker. I mean, that would be the terms. If I'm driving through and I see somebody throwing out a perfectly good outdoor patio set, or a shelf, or a barbecue, or a dresser, or whatever it is, you bet your bip, because I'm stopping and I'm somehow fitting that in my van. That's the way that I roll. And that enables me, it's almost like doing a little bit of work to, get and find certain things, so that, that money can be, spent elsewhere. So I cut corners on all kinds of stuff. I cut corners on stuff for myself. I'm thrifty. I'm frugal. I think for instance, my haircuts. I like to keep my hair short and layered. In fact, I'm way overdue for a haircut. I found a girl that I love. She works in the Lemon Tree over by me. And she's never upped the price because she knows I have like kids that have haircuts and stuff like that. My haircut is $10 plus tip, and I tip her $10, so it's $20. You know, I pay her the same as I pay for the haircut, but the haircut's so cheap. But still, $20 for a haircut. Lemon Tree in a high-end salon, you're not getting any fancy treatment, but it's all about who cuts your hair now, isn't it? Now, she used to work at a high-end salon over in Stony Brook when she lived out that way. And then when she had kids and moved out here where they could afford, blah, 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 long story short, there she is. So I could have walked into the high-end salon 15 years ago in Stony Brook and paid $80, $120, whatever, for a haircut from this same girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it blow dried. It's just a wash and cut because it's like $5 more, I think, for a blow dry. So like stuff like that, I stretch the fill-ins. You know, well, now I don't get fill-ins anymore. I do the powder, but I stretch my nails as weeks longer. I'll put a coat of sparkles on them. I'll do stuff like that. All of that adds up. If you sit in a year's time and add stuff up each week, each month, each year, it adds up. It really does. Now, I probably learned, because there was a time in my adult life, when I first got married and stuff, that things were that tight and I had to be that way just to literally make the ends meet and like pay our rent and buy food and things like that. So, you know, I learned these techniques through the years and mastered, you know, not master, but you know what I mean. You get, your brain's always working that way. Those of you that are thrifty and stuff, you know what I'm talking about. So then I don't have to hesitate if I want to treat myself or feel guilty about it, to a certain degree. Still not, you know, I just got my van back finally today. It took an extra day. They were so busy, but the air conditioning is fixed. You know, it's a 2003. You know, I'm not driving around in a brand new car. You know, like it's, and for right now, you know, I'm toting kids around and the beach and the this and the that. Like, I don't need to be. I'm perfectly happy if it gets to point A to point B and it's not that terrible looking. I'm perfectly good, and I'd rather pay to fix it anyway. So that's more of where I'm at. And as far as a collector, I too have my limits, and I too will pass up babies, will wait, will shop around, will wait till the right baby comes on the second market. If there's, you know, something, if you wait, you know, patiently, you know, it's, you know, unless I hit the lotto, I'm never going to be a person that's going to go buy, you know, a high-end silicone directly from the artist sort of thing. It's just not going to happen. I have to wait and seize the right moments, and you know, that's where I'm at. And I'm at the point in my collecting. Manish is home with his new mommy, by the way, to all of you that had, you know, saw his for sale video, and she's very pleased. And he has a brother, a Gabby Gale asleep brother. I didn't ask his mommy permission to announce who she is, so I'll have to do that before I do. A few asked if he would still be on YouTube, and she is not on YouTube. However, she is in the community, so let me find out about that. But it was, you know, I was super thrilled that he went to somebody in the community. He's gonna be loved. So that was one of my Kimberly's cocoon babies. That was really hard to let him go. As the first one of my Kimberly's cocoon babies I let go. But to be the collector that I have become, where babies do come and go, I have to kind of sell to buy. I didn't have a choice. I was down to, you know, I'm not that I didn't have a choice, but you all know what I mean. That's where I was at. And, anyway, and I think that a lot of the ladies that you see here, not all, I'm sure there's people that can afford it coming out of the gates and are able to buy what they want. God bless them. I think many of us have worked through the years up to where, so, many of the ladies that you see with high-end silicones, buying high-end clothing, high-end reborns, etc., started out somewhere else and, bought what they could afford when they started out, and then eventually sold, and then each time you maybe invest a little more on top of each until you get to a point where you're buying the babies that you really, really want. And for me too, it took a lot of doing some extra work on my part in life. And I would run myself ragged for a couple weeks to do a little extra. I can't do that 24/7, 365 days a year. It's physically not possible. So, but I certainly would, hustle at certain times. And of course, same goes for if there's something extra needed here and whatever. But talking about, y'all know me with the clothes. I tend to try to buy a lot of secondhand. If my voice seems lower now, hubby's home. So anytime you talk, you know what I'm saying. Most of you know what I'm saying. Most of you, I'm sure, are laughing right now. But anyway, so you can also tell me in the comments, as well as go check out Kellie's video, which I will put a link to in the description, since this did kind of turn into that discussion. So you can check out her video and see Monroe over there on her channel, and talk about it yourselves. Leave a comment below. I chose to talk on my end, kind of what I do in collecting. I was, when I started out, one of those people who drooled over certain high-end dolls, and ladies that had it, was like, oh gosh, I'll never be there. I wish. But I wish everyone well. Like, I still enjoy, and there's dolls that I see that I drool that I'll never have, I'm quite sure. But it's so lovely to see the mommies that do have them. That's with anything in life. Not everyone's going to be at the same level. Some people might have nicer houses, nicer cars, nicer clothes, whatever. And it doesn't mean that you're still not happy for them and enjoying seeing them. I feel like the whole world in general, I guess I'm kind of one of those people that, the more you wish people well, and the more people that are doing well in the world and that are just kind, giving people, that circle kind of goes around. And I have learned in life that when you are a good person and you do the right thing, good things come around to you. And it's not instant. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to go through a lot of stuff in life and things that aren't fair in life, because we all have that in life to some degree or another. Everyone has big struggles and things. you know, no matter who you are, where you're from, that is life. So you can't just say, well, life is just going to be a bowl of cherries because I'm a good person. That's not how it works either. But, you know, I truly do believe in the karma of, I guess you would call it karma, of, you know, good things do come around to good people. Sometimes horrible things happen to good people too, but in general, I guess if you have peace in your heart and, you know, you're at a certain place in life, you can still be happy for others, and eventually, you know, good things will come your way, and everything happens for a reason. You know, God's, you know, working in all of our lives every day, and, you know, that is the way that I see it. So, anywho, sorry, ladies, I'm taking a lot of coffee sips because this is my time to sit and have my night cup of coffee, I guess you would say, because yes, I do drink coffee at night. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing Monty today. He was such a good boy. He was such a good boy. And to those of you that don't know and that are still here, Monty is the Liam sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and his artist is Maisie and Wen Lily in France. And she is a wonderful artist as well. She did an amazing job on this little boy. He is quite the little character. He has absolutely amazing, amazing hair. And for the Liam, like, I think he's still toddler, but he's baby looking. He's sweet. He's got a little mischief in him. I just love his personality. And he's such a snuggle bug. Aubrey was like my little shy girl. I had a girl Liam last year. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous baby. And he is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous baby too. And he's got a different personality. So it's so neat to see how different artists' versions can make their, quote, like, character and personality different. And it's all part of the fun of it. So if my face is totally, totally beet red by now, I have the air conditioner off, obviously, so you all can hear me. And so it's getting kind of warm in here. But again, I hope that you all enjoyed seeing this little fellow. And let me see if I can reach over for his brother here. And hearing this little guy, Gideon's name. Is that your brother? Is that your baby brother? Yeah. Get him, look at him. Who is that? Who's that? Gentle. Gentle. Damn. Is that Gideon? So I hope you all enjoyed seeing baby Gideon, baby Monty. And have a safe and happy 4th of July. If I don't get back on for you all, we have an annual family thing. We go to see Gucci fireworks every year, just me, my husband, and the kids. Something we've been doing for many, many, many years, and I'll come on and talk about that either before or after we go, depending on how busy it gets. I really want to squeeze in a live, but we shall see. Anyway, everyone, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and go ahead and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like it and the rest of my babies. All right, and he's gonna fall back while let's lean him over on my hip. Till next time. God bless.